chances every once in a while. You ever think about
I
that?
agree, but I can't let you up there.
A man of the people, Sergeant Fenton, ladies and gentlemen, a true hero of Nordis.
Oh.
A folk hero, even.
Sorry about that.
Get out of the way.
Oh.
Something dangerous is coming through.
Hey, watch where you going, eh?
Oh, apologies. Just seemed so impressive.
Oh, it's alright.
I just was blinded for a
Yeah,
second.
Pierce, I would move over.
Ooh.
Wait, what was impressive?
Go,
Well,
go up on the
clearly
hill.
you said. Look how you are dressed and attired. Quite armed and dangerous.
Lady Nozzles asks you.
Well,
is asking
you know.
everyone to disperse. We don't want to.
Yeah, I'm trying. I am trying, but not really listening too much to me.
Oh.
Up on the hill.
Could you?
Okay, we'll move. I'm sorry.
She's getting
Sorry,
antsy.
Guardsman.
The new slave.
Oh,
Oof.
yeah.
Act like the.
What about you? That's a fancy sword. I don't think I've ever seen a scabbard like that.
Oh, thank you. A little old, but it gets the job done. I just had it
Yeah.
fixed recently, actually.
Now, would you call that a great sword or a Zweihander?
This would be a long sword.
It's coming up.
Really? I thought that like long swords were like hand and a half.
It's about that.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Dredge, take front.
I'm sure the guards won't freak out to
Okay.
this.
No, Fenton's here. He'll be all right.
About a hand and a half.
Oh yeah. That's not too bad. Okay.
Yeah.
That is impressive, though. Now, is it too heavy to be like? Is it unwieldy if it's just in one hand?
It's balanced enough where I can use it in one hand if needed.
In.
Okay.
Yeah. Why?
Oh no, I wouldn't want to put my hands on it. I feel like I would break it immediately.
Please.
This looks more expensive than everything I've ever owned. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Come now. Go ahead. Try it. Feel the weight of it.
Okay, well.
There's no option.
Oh, that's not as. I mean, it's heavy, but it's not as heavy as I thought. That makes sense. Oh, that's good. Oh wow. Can I give it a twirl?
Go ahead.
Oh, that feels good. That feels good. Oh, this is a beaut. Thank you very much.
No problem at all.
The pleasure.
Ollie, please. Yes. If you ever want to, maybe a lesson or two, get experience with it, let me know.
Oh no. I mean I would love the opportunity, but I don't really use like great swords myself. They're just I'm usually like scrapping in streets. That's why I've just got my little cutlass. Honestly, it's mostly fencing, you know.
Well, I would say it's always good to have a different type of weapons under your belt. The more experience, the more means you can fight when you're given a bad situation, to be honest.
Yeah. I just don't have a two-handed sword, is all.
Well, you might come across one on the field. If you lose your sword and you pick up the next closest thing.
Yeah. You're not from Garadia, are you? Not originally, I mean.
No,
Reminder
I'm
to
not.
Join the arena VC.
Yeah, you're from oh, hold on. Let me guess.
Take a guess.
You're from Gewin, aren't you?
No. Interesting place to say, though, to say the
Okay,
least.
hold on. Second guess. You're from Ireland.
No. Missed again.
Are you gonna trick question me? Oh, I'm actually from the Underdark.
No.
Like,
I'm not from there as well.
okay, I give up. I have no idea where. You're not a Theosian, obviously.
Oh, gods, no. Not Rodian, not Ireland, not from Gewin. Wonder where I'm from.
Okay, so I don't know where else. I mean, let me try to think. The only other places that I've heard of, there's not like a drought kingdom somewhere, is there?
No, not that I'm aware of. But it's fine.
Okay.
Maybe over drinks sometime we can find out. Hmm?
Perhaps.
Hmm. Well, it seems like they're...
I think they're about to bring out that beast, by the way. Yeah.
I don't quite enjoy the arena too much, but if you do, be my guest.
I absolutely don't, but I have nothing better to do.
Yeah. Well, we could always have a conversation. I honestly prefer that over watching what's about to happen in there.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
People
I
say
actually
it's
used to
just
enjoy
on the
it, but then that guy convinced me that it's barbaric, and I stopped going because yeah.
Which one? The taller blonde
That elf.
one? Oh, the elf. Ah, I see the elf did it. Well, you know, he's not
Yeah.
wrong.
I used to work for him.
Used to work for him. Huh.
Yeah, and then he started lecturing me about ethics and things, and I started giving a shit about, you know, all the blood and stuff. So,
Ethics are important.
it's kind of annoying, actually.
Well, that's the unfortunate part. If you start understanding how the world begins to turn in a certain way and you start not liking it, well, you start getting more agitated about it.
Yeah, it's a pain in my ass. Well, let's, I mean, if you want to go have a drink. Oh, by the way, terrible manners, of course. Sorry, I'm a peasant. My name is Shaakar. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure to meet you, Shaakar. It's Tiberius.
Well met, Tiberius.
You seem very... No, don't take any offense to this. I hope you don't. You seem very much invested in the well-being of people around you. It's very rare to see in a mercenary, to say the least.
Well, I've came across a lot of chances to try to get out of this, and I've tried to find them, and I haven't really gotten a chance to get out of this life. But it's not something that I really ever chose. So I'm trying to take care of as much people as I can, and right now that's just a group of, you know, boys really that are in despair. I don't even have competent men with me. I mean, they're just kids that I'm trying to, you know, keep alive. And then my girlfriend who used to work, well, still works at the bathhouse. There was a lot of violence going on before you arrived, during the Capitano's reign, and he was hurting a lot of the bathhouse girls. So I've just been trying to look out for whoever I can.
Well, out of a curiosity, mind you, what would you do if you had an opportunity to change your life?
Well, I mean, I would do it, but, you know, the opportunities are really few and far between. So there's not a lot that a man can do to kind of get out of his situation.
Well, you never know, you might have an opportunity to just show up at your door one day and you never even realized it. Saying goes.
Yeah. That's Lorelei, that wood elf that was just walking by. She's trying to teach me how to become a hunter. But I don't know if that is something that's sustainable. Because now I think some guy is trying to come after her because of some... I guess she was selling stuff to the wrong person or something, so... You get into trouble no matter what you do. You can't run away from it. I mean, this is Gradia.
Well, trouble finds you no matter where you go or what you do. Somebody has an urging to cause some type of issue and use it to their advantage. That's how just the world is. My experience. But how you handle those troubles and tribulations and how you walk out of them is how you are as a person. You're only judged in one way. If you are truly a good person, is through your mind and your heart. Then only the gods can settle it after that.
Right.
Sorry, just the ramblings.
No, I was listening. I'm interested. You actually sound a lot like Marin, the seamstress that I was telling you about.
Well, you seem like a stout individual with wanting to change, but you have to understand some things that are put for you are not always financially, stable. It's not always good to hoard and want coin. I know it's a very common thing within Gradia. It's very much the go-to. Coin is a means of survival, so to speak. It's a set. It's almost in the blood. But it also has a way to, I find, to change an individual. If you covet coins so much, you become very blind to the people and the things around you. Important to only carry what you need and use for what you need. Everything else, well, could be used for more beneficial. Where I come from, we used to assist a lot of the people. We had stations set up to help people learn and be fed, and even help the children to even be fed who don't have mothers. And even small clinics like the one here, allowing to treat patients. It cost quite a bit amount of funds, but we made sure to invest in help of the people.
Right. I think there was an orphanage actually in Corrugatus in the Free Wolf, but that was run by a noble. So that wasn't like that was just one noble. So he was fronting the entire bill, but it's not like the Grottian Council were the ones taking care of it.
And that's honestly the unfortunate part. Imagine what good could be done if a large group of power took the time to help the people in need.
Well, you wouldn't have the shit that's been happening here. I mean, between the Capitano and the Robber Baron. I don't know if you know this, but that Robber Baron, he's been hitting the merchant carts. He's been killing Carter's Guild folk. And he's been raiding everything. He's trying to starve us out. He's literally putting all of us in a stranglehold. And he tries to say that he cares about the people in Nordis, and that because you don't know this, but there was a baron before the baroness, and his name was Joldar, and he was the Castellan. And at some point after something, I think one of the brothers did. I think it was Baron Amem. He did some nasty shit, but the robber baron left, and he said, "Oh, I'm the baron now," and started pulling troops from the guard and trying to get mercenaries, and then he just started hitting the caravans and the carts coming out of town. He's been killing a lot of people and hurting a lot of people.
You have to understand there's some dangers in the world around that a lot of people are oblivious to. See, one of the greatest dangers is a man who believes they are on the righteous path. There are men in the world,
Right.
who single-mindedly think they are correct. And so much so, and so much in their faith, they hurt everything around them and are blinded by it. So much so that no matter how much fire, how much blood is spread, they believe in this one thing. And they forget everything else. And those men...
Can I be honest with you? It reminds me of that Lord Erhard.
Oh?
Yeah. The way he talks sometimes. Like there's no other way. It also reminds me of Baron Amem. He's like that.
Well, men of power, you have to see, have different visions and previews. It's all about perspective, right? If you look at a regular civilian, someone walking around the streets, their general worry and concerns are always just the feeding of themselves, their family, their work, and how they're getting by. And then they hear the troubles and tribulations of the land around them. They'll have thoughts and opinions, but they'll never have the full story.
Matthias, what's wrong?
But then you look at the lords in question. They see, they hear, their experiences are very much different. Everything all right?
I mean, it'll be fine. It's just, one of the newer mercenaries, he went on a mission recently. And it wasn't a normal mission.
Well, I won't pry. Business is business as it is, I hear, for the mercenaries.
It's, I honestly don't think you would believe me even if I told you. And people told me when they came back from the first round, I didn't believe them either. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Come along with me. Let's go and stretch our legs as well. Get our mind off things.
Alright.
One of the benefits of Gradia is you have an entire open water at your disposal. Great to have your mind linger into the distance.
You're safe. It's okay.
Oh, what a sour sight to see along the waters, but it's still a better sight than some.
Yeah, no kidding. Fucking Theosians. Pardon my language.
You will hear no complaints from me.
Well, I didn't figure I would, but...
You want to do a double spit? Be my guest.
Oh, no.
Oh.
They want to cover the whole world in that flag, you know?
Oh, I know. What a dangerous people.
Yeah.
They have a tendency to spread themselves everywhere and take everything under their own. And take the things that they gain and claim it as their own doings.
What do you mean?
Well, think of it this way. Gradian spice, right?
Mm-hmm.
If by chance the Imperials were to come and say they conquered a chunk of Gradia, or if it's in entirety, they would claim that Gradian spice is an imperial delicacy of their own design.
Are you serious? Wait, there's no way they would get away with that.
Why wouldn't they? They're the dominant body of a country. Their say is the only one that would matter. And anyone who said elsewise, well, they'd be put under the heel and the blade.
Oh my god, you're absolutely right. They would literally just label it Theosian spice, and that would be it. That everybody would start calling it that.
And they would have to.
I mean, it wouldn't be instant, but oh my god. That is a fucking horrible thought. Wait, then... Did they even come up with half the shit that they have?
That's an excellent question. I'd like to think they didn't. I like to think that they took many things and claimed that it was their gifts.
That is... Just means that they're the best at stealing things.
Stealing and destroying. Just one moment here. You mentioned this place of yours that you went to. What was it like? You seem well-mannered compared to your friend.
Sorry about that.
No problem at all. Just asking about the place you went to. You seem well put together compared to your friend.
It's a small town north of here. Actually, you might have passed by it. Called Corano. And you're not gonna believe me. I mean, I'll tell you, but you're gonna think I'm fucking crazy, okay?
Listen,
so, you know,
I've
if
heard
this is
and
what...
seen some crazy things in these lands. Not just Garadia, but the surface itself. And under it. Be my guest. Try me.
Okay, that's... Alright. So, it all started like a couple months ago. There was some sort of issue in this town called Corano, and the Redods, in their infinite wisdom, sent a sizable unit to go check on them. And then they never came back. And eventually, they ended up sending like small groups. First it was a group that was led by that lord that I told you about, Lord Earhart. And then the other one was led by a combination of mercs and Redod soldiers. So I was leading the mercs. And the other guy that was standing in the road in Redod colors, that was Captain Dusk. He was the one leading the Redods. When we went to Corano. Now, when the first group came back, they told me there's demons in that town, and that we were gonna have a hell of a time, and that, you know, that they were living dead. And I was like, you're fucking losing it. You're fucking crazy. But then I thought about it, and there was an incident at the clinic a couple weeks ago where somebody, there was a bunch of night killer shots. And I heard from Sanders, the sergeant that does the security detail at the clinic. He told me that they were people from Corano and that they had to put them down. So I didn't see what happened, but it freaked me out when I was thinking about that. When we got there, the whole town was dark. Streets were empty. It was like the whole town was just gone. They were just all gone. And when we started going into the districts, clear things out, that's what we were told. We had to clear things out, get to the noble district, check on the civilians that had survived. I didn't know what that even meant. And then clear out the warehouse district. They were the people. It was Redod guards and regular ordinary people, and they were dead. And their eyes were black, and their mouths were black, and they had claws growing out of their nails, and they just ran and screamed. And if you got bit, or if you got cut, you were sick, and we didn't have any antidotes. Why? I don't know why we didn't bring any antidotes, and we had to kill them. We had to cut them down. we got the survivors out with the magistrate, and there was a lady that I found in the road, an old lady, and she was untouched, and I literally had my arms around her. I was carrying her over my shoulder, and I was fighting my left hand, and she disappeared out of my arms. And I don't know if she was ever real, or if she was ever there. I don't know. And, quite a few of our people died. We were getting overwhelmed, and we got to a warehouse, and we were locked inside, and they were banging on the doors, and I thought I would die. And the captain saw that the warehouse was full of lantern oil. And so we figured out a plan and to kill everyone, all of the demons. We had to light it up, but somebody had to stay behind. And I thought that we would draw lots. And as I started drawing lots, the North woman that was with our party, her name was Khalil Gatia. And she looked at me as I was passing out the lots, and she said, she grabbed me. She grabbed me by the shirt and she said, "Just go." And I did. I just went. And somehow, miraculously, with her sacrifice and two of the Redods, Theodore and Akar, we got out of there. Oh. No, it sounds unbelievable. That's how it happened. That's the truth. I'm not exaggerating.
I don't believe you are. I think everything you're saying is true. I can tell just from your eyes. A certain amount of
Didn't make any sense.
pain a man goes through when they experience something that they don't understand. It's a scar. Not on the body, no, but on the mind. The soul of a person. I honestly believe you. I'm sorry for your friend. He seemed like a very brave